Ito, kanina, supposed to be na-record namin yung conversation namin. It was, way over an hour, I think, with my friends at the office. For a long time already, mga friends natin, puro mga bata eh. Yung mga tipong i-divide ko yung edad ko sa 2, mas bata pa rin sila. Parang ganun. Anyway, siguro nagsimula yan nung nasa Legion of Mary pa. Yun yung time na mabait pa tayo eh, no? Tapos lagi tayo nakipagkwentuhan sa mga bata, and then eventually napunta tayo as lead ng mga sa choir, sa mga youth groups. Again, mga bata na naman. Tapos napunta tayo sa pagtuturo, no? Galing sa bangko din, naging pagtuturo tayo, high school, di ba? And mula nun hanggang ngayon, talagang puro mga, syempre patanda tayo ng patanda, no? Sila, yung mga bata naman, syempre nagkakaedad na rin naman sila eventually, no? Pero alam mo yun, I think ang mga bata talaga, di ba? Sabi nga doon sa kanta eh, yung parang everybody wants looking for a hero, you know, an eagle to look up to, no? It's not necessary naman na ibig sabihin eh magaling ka, ano ka, you know, people look up to you. Hindi naman ganun. Yung parang siguro dahil nga sa nauna ka lang pinanganak sa kanila, and you have a thing or two to share to them, and syempre importante sa kanila yun eh, lalo na pag you know, you spend time discoursing with them. Anyway, yung discourse namin kanina, discussion, is peculiar in a way, no? Kasi recently, and siguro ito, I'll break it down into lessons. Kasi I rediscovered, ayan naman yung word ko, rediscover. It's, you know, rediscovered to discover. May cover siya, tinanggal mo yung cover. And inulit mo yun, no? Parang ganun, rediscover. We rediscovered Albert Camus. I know na, sabi ko nga eh, sana pala na ano ko na si, you know, Albert. Dati pa lang, no? Kasi ewan ko ba, it started with the algorithm of YouTube. I always listen to mga audiobook, you know, Buddha, Tao Te Ching, and all that, no? And then lessons learned, ganito, blah blah. And then it came up, no, out of nowhere. I mean, I started listening to it because I came to a point in my life when I would listen to anything. Before, staunch Catholic, alam mo yun, Legion of Mary, raised by radio replies and Catholic, you know, Jesuits, apology, you know. Pag sila apology, hindi yung apology na naging ka na sorry, but apologia, you know, it's like parang i-defend mo yung faith mo, ganyan. Psycho nga eh, just like Karl Marx and the other rebel Jesuits, I was taught to defend, to prove anything, and that's why I ended up believing nothing. Anyway, so yun, I used to be a staunch Catholic, and yun, I was raised in the UST Thomasian tradition na si Camus, di ba? Camus. Ano siya eh, was regarded as an atheist, you know, philosopher and all that. So, parang it did not interest me at all, no? Syempre, summary lang naman yung pinakinggan ko sa YouTube, no? And then, I realized na parang connected siya, lalo na sa ngayon, yung millennial thinking. Tapos, parang midway siya between the mysticism of the church, and eventually yun nga yung ano ng present moment of the Buddhist tradition. And eto naman, ang idea nito is yung the absurdity of life. parang anong lesson meron doon? Life is meaningless. Siguro bago kayo mag-judge, no, bakit naging lesson yung life is meaningless. Life is meaningless in the sense na no matter how hard you struggle and all that, it all ends up in death. There was a time that I wrote about this, parang in the end we see that everything ends up in tragedy and all, kahit na gaano kataas sa buhay, and then eventually boom, tapos. So pang nakikita ko, sabi ko dapat napakinggan ko na to before parang it so aligns with with what I was feeling. And I think as you grow older and older, the more you realize na talagang life is absurd that no matter how hard you struggle, even though you're like at the top of the world, lalo na nangyari ngayon sa amin sa Philippines, dito sa Philippines sa atin, meron tayong taal, and then eventually yung mga earthquakes, mga sakuna, and then COVID-19. It tells you na like if you have like 5 cars, how many will you be able to save if you have 10 houses, tinaanan ng lahar? So parang para saan lahat ng yun, di ba? No matter how hard you struggle in life, you can only save your own body and then maybe somebody else. So in the end, you don't attach so much importance to everything around you. So ayan, sabi ko kanina kayo, naalala ko pa si Carl Sagan about the picture of the world, the earth as the Voyager exits the stretch of the solar system. That one last picture of the blue planet called Earth, and sabi nga ni Carl Sagan, there lies all my dreams, my and I'm paraphrasing, all my dreams, my ambitions. Andiyan dyan lahat, philosophers, kings, prostitutes, atheists, saints, sinners, all in that blue planet. And the blue planet is just a speck of dust in the solar system. And the solar system is not that big. I mean, compared to the Milky Way galaxy, it's just a dot, So the Milky Way being a dot in the cluster of galaxies. So imagine how small the Earth is, right? From that distance. And how small you are compared to the Earth. The Earth is 4.5 billion years, and then we're just here for like 100 years. Walang meaning, ang lahat ng existence natin, walang meaning. And look at how important we think we are, and yung mga lofty ideals natin about the struggles that we do, right? Every day, trying to sometimes put down the other guy or the other person, diba? All the struggles that we have, like itong program ko, na-appreciate kaya ng mga boss ko, ganyan, yung A3 report ko. I mean, not to demean anybody, but all the struggles that we put and all the importance that we attach to things, eventually, they all mean nothing. Diba? At the end point of our lives, we would succumb to nothingness. I mean, if you believe in, the afterlife, then maybe you start again, reincarnated to another life. But, or you end up in God, just like a small drop of water flowing until it rests in the great sea. And if that is the end of that is your end, then what is all the troubles that beset you? Like this person doesn't love you anymore, or this person is in love with somebody else, or meron siyang girlfriend, or meron siyang boyfriend. Alas lahat ng yun walang meaning di ba? I mean, you're just spending your life. Kaya nga sabi ko parang parang it's the negative Buddhism in a way, no? Parang the Buddhism kasi, talks about enjoying, staying in the present moment, whatever. Ito, more of, don't worry about all these things, past, future, whatever. Kasi nga, what's yung meaning? In reality, so if you worry about the future, you worry about the past, doesn't mean a thing. You just stay in the now, di ba? Kung tutusin. So, parang, sabi ni Albert Camus, tatlo daw yung resolution eh. Ang resolution nyo, the absurdity of life is either suicide. Siyempre, you end up with that eh. Because, okay, life is meaningless. I'm so miserable. I end my life, right? Suicide. Yung isa naman na sabi niya is faith. If you have faith in God, faith in the divine, all of this has meaning only in the divine eyes. Something like that. So, parang, sabi ko nga kanina, that is also a form of suicide in a way, sabi nga ni Albert. Parang, yes, it's a form of suicide because, parang yung reason mawala. You put an end to reason and just put the God argument, and that's it. On the other hand, ang kanyang another response for him was acceptance. So in a way, dun ako parang na-realize ko, teka, parang Buddhism din to. Acceptance is, just being in the present moment. Acceptance of things that is, the things that are. Ibig sabihin, hindi ka na nag-worry about the past, how you are mistreated, how you are insulted by people around you, or how people feel that you are nothing, that you are smaller than who you think you are. Tapos, if you go to the future naman, you don't know what's going to happen, right? So, parang all you have is just the present moment. So, you have to accept it as it comes, as it flows. Now. The present moment as it flows. Pero come to think of it, if you're a religious, parang sasabihin mo, teka, why is faith going to be a suicide? In a way, it's not a suicide. It's also acceptance. Acceptance to whatever is bigger than I am, for you who's not a believer, there's nothing there, but for me, a believer, there's someone who guides my life, hindi naman kailangan Christian, even if you are a Muslim or you're a Christian, part of the Christian movement, di ba? Parang sabi nga ni Pierre Sarkar, you should not cower in fear. The force that guides the stars guides you too. So, di ba? In a way, it makes you, believe that you are better than who you are. So, it's a positive thing in a way. Pero kay Albert Camus, parang wala siyang pakialam sa ganun. Parang siya negative in a way, Para sa kanya, okay, paano kung di ako naniniwala, right? Kung di ako naniniwala, all I have is acceptance. Okay, no matter what you say. Okay, so, sige, believe you may, but, for me, this is it, right? So, acceptance. Pero nung weekend nga, I was again meditating on that, and I said that parang ito yung connection among the tenets, belief system, belief system of Buddhism, Christianity, that. Kasi for the Buddhist, sabihin natin for Albert Camus, para sa kanya acceptance, right? And for the Buddhist, it is the being in the present moment. Being in the present moment is parang Tao Te Ching din yung mga Taoist religion. Parang, as water, be like water. Sabi nga ni Bruce Lee, you flow. Ang water doesn't hold grudge or judgment against a rock that suddenly comes in between him, and the flow. No, it does not. What will water do pag merong dumaan, nakita siya ng rock na dumaan, nakaharang sa kanyang dadaanan? It just finds another way, water as life flows. So you are also flowing. You don't care about what's happening. It's acceptance. The stone is there, the rock is there, and you just have to simply find a way around it. So water flows, so it's acceptance. So ganun din si Buddhism, and in a way, sabi nga ni Albert Camus, acceptance is the key, right, of the absurdities of life. Pero kung titingnan mo, come to think of it, if you are a Christian, and I'm not saying I'm a religious guy, maybe I've lost that flair long ago. I don't know how to really come back to being a devout, Catholic and Christian. Have a genuine relationship with God na talagang, yung like the one, the mystics, I was trying to emulate before. Pero if you will understand it from the perspective of the saints, yung mga talagang true lalo na mga yung mga talagang naniniwala talaga kay God and all that, no, yung being in the present moment for the Christian, for the Catholic, no, for the believer, is being lost in the presence of God. 'Di ba? Kasi kung titingnan mo, 'di ba, sabi nga sa Exodus, when Moses asked Yahweh, before Yahweh had a name, sabi niya, who will I tell? Ano ba ang sasabihin ko sa mga tao? What's your name? Sabi ni Yahweh, ako nga, I am who am. So it was translated to he who is. And then eventually, because the Jewish cowers in fear, they cannot write the tetragrammaton, yung he who is, no. Naglagay pa sila ng yung Elohim, sinama nila sa Yahweh, YHWH, and then kaya naging Yehovah, no, kaya naging Jehovah or God then, no. So but if you will meditate on that, he who is, I am, inulit-ulit ni Jesus Christ yan, before Abraham I am. So yung word I am denotes God. God's eternal presence. Eternal presence. Ibig sabihin, all these things that are happening for the believer, I'm not saying ako to, but this is for the believer. So for history, all the past, the present, and the future, all of this happens in God. Sabi nga ni St. Thomas Aquinas, in tota simul. It's just one present moment. So when you are lost in God, you are lost in the present moment. Yung present moment na yon, sa Buddhist, it's just your effort to connect with the divine, which sabi nga si Buddha, he became the awakened one by connecting to the divine, by staying in the present moment, and he was able to reach that nirvana, the state of nirvana, walang sufferings and all that, because he connected with the present moment, the eternal moment of the now. Sa Christian faith, it's not the soul reaching to God, no, but it is God making the effort in order to come down to you, manahan sa iyo ang Espiritu Santo. The Holy Spirit lives in you. So he knows, sa Christian faith, he knows na ikaw ay weak, na ikaw ay walang, on your own accord, you cannot reach God. Maybe you can, but through a lot of suffering and all that, and it only reaches God for a short period of time, and then you're lost again. So with all this, it's God Himself coming down because you cannot reach Him. So sa Christian faith, may additional understanding yung acceptance, yung being lost in the present moment. Because being lost in the present moment means being lost in the presence, the eternal presence of God, the now Himself. I am who am. So yung who am, the current moment, the present moment, eternally renewed, eternally flowing. That is God. I mean, He who is. 'Diba? So parang kung titingnan mo, parang may connection lahat ng faith, 'di ba? So again, of course, how lovely it is to meditate on God especially if you're a believer, a genuine believer, no? Hindi yung theoretical believer like me, you know? Hindi ako magandang example, eh. But there are people who are, sabi nga ni Augustine, storming heavens, even though they're not that learned. They're storming heavens and stealing, the kingdom of heaven. Even though they do not understand everything that's written in the faith, but they believe, because faith is not an act of the intellect; it's an act of the will. The will moves the intellect, and the will is moved by love, and the love of God. That's the kind of thing that sometimes we need, especially this juncture. So, teka muna, nag-start ako with a negative thing, but then in the end, I ended up talking about God and all that, no? So, again, Albert Camus was a in a way para negative, aspect. It's like a defensive, para sa akin, it's a defensive philosophy and all that, no? Sometimes if you feel like that, sometimes pag ikaw ay sobrang galit sa mundo or something, like you want to say, I don't care about what other people say, etc., whatever, in the end you can convince yourself na, hey, this life is absurd. I mean, whatever you think you're doing, in the end you'll end up dead anyway. So why worry about all these things, right? Yun yung idea ng absurdity or absurdism, right? That in the end, everything that you do doesn't bear meaning. Pero what I guess what I like about the philosophy, one of the things learned or relearned with Albert Camus is that yung enjoying, since you're the acceptance, enjoying the present moment. I like what he said about di ba tayo yung lalo mga bata, no? Sasabihin nila, okay, what's your goal in life? Ako lagi ko tinatanong yun, then sasabihin nila, gusto ko makatapos, okay? So sasabihin nila yan, okay? And then it's like a milestone in their lives, and sasabihin nila, gusto ko matapos ng college, and then eventually masters, whatever. So, ang sabi ni Albert, parang a lot of people attach so much importance on the milestone itself, na parang it's as if, okay, pag nakatapos na ng college, okay, that's the time I'm going to be successful because I'm going to be happy because I finished something. In a way, okay din naman yun, no? Na talagang magiging eager ka to finish something, right? Kasi kung hindi, ang nangyayari, hindi ka magsisimula ka lang na simula, hindi ka nagtatapos, right? Pero, ang gandang sinabi niya is, don't be happy at the end or during the milestones, but rather enjoy every moment. So, ibig sabihin, pag mapasok ka, di ba, hindi ka magiging masaya pag natapos ka na ng college. Kundi, even yung pagpasok mo sa classroom, or ngayon, sa virtual classroom, every lesson, every discussion, every learning, dapat natutuwa ka nun. Dapat na-appreciate mo yun. So, you are becoming, happy, not only accepting, but happy na you are moving towards your goal. You are moving towards your milestone. You don't become happy on and at the milestone, but you become happy every minute of it. Every second that you are trying to reach to the mountain, to the milestone, di ba? Parang umaakit ka sa Everest, di ba? Tapos parating mo sa tuktok, okay, tuwan-tuwa ka, shit, ang galing, nakapunta na sa Everest, I conquered Everest. But isn't it more wonderful if every step of the 29,000 or 8,000 something meters that you are climbing Everest for you becomes a success story every step of the way, not just the final destination, right? Kasi it's going to be just a small period of time, and then babarating na naman yung absurdity of, shit, ba't ko ba ginagawa itong pag-akit sa Mount Everest? What's the meaning of this, right? So in the end, parang wala din, you become successful, you seem happy only for a short period of time. But ang mahalaga doon is mag-attach ka ng happiness on the struggle itself. Kumbaga, life is not just the destination, but the journey itself. So be happy every step of your journey. Yun, so I think marami pa akong nakitang insights doon sa story. Sabi nga sa inyo, isang oras kami nag-usap kanina eh. There are many other things that we spoke about. Siguro next time na lang iba. Pero yun yung na-realize ko ngayon. Especially marami nangyari sa akin itong mga recent days, not particularly naman sa akin, sa mga kaibigan, sa mga loved ones, and all their struggles syempre seem to be my own as well. And parang sabi ko nga na-realize ko din ngayon, one last thing siguro, kasi acceptance saka yung flow, Tao Te Ching, parang na-realize ko talaga yung sinasabi na sometimes the best answer, di ba, sayang parang yung parang dati ko na itong sinulat and I didn't understand the full force of this. Nung bata pa ako, sinabi ko, oh Lord, let it be an answer. Parang let it be an answer, parang bigyan mo naman ako ng answer, let it be, or let there be an answer. But the answer is let it be. I mean, in the end, the answer is just let it be. Let it flow. The whole thing fixes itself. Nagiging okay din naman lahat nagiging okay din. So kailangan lang accept and believe that in the end everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be all right. All is well. Sabi nga, all is well. All is well. And I just hope that you made a lot of realizations sa mga sinabi ko. I know some of you will be able to discover this a year from now, 2 years from now. Sana nandito pa ako ng time na ma-discover nito, and then you will realize si Sir George pala nagsabi ng ganito before, and then maybe you will drop a message to me, and maybe you'll tell me something about how this more or less impacted your life. And then you pass the flame forward, pass the buck forward, paid forward, and then tell somebody you knew about all the realizations that you have in this world. Kasi we are all just here for a short period of time, and we are as angels mending each other's broken wings.